Back at it
Yes.
again with another episode of Solomon's Crown. Back at it again, doing another video review
On
with
TikTok
on
because
TikTok,
you
the most
know
toxic social media on the planet. But before we get
because
into it, guys, make sure you like, comment, and sub to the channel because it goes a long way to making us grow bigger. But anyways, guys, let's get right into it.
The number one reason women have not and will not ever change, the simple answer is they don't have to. Think about this. A woman can be rude, disrespectful, loud, unappreciative, ungrateful, not cooked, and not clean. At the end of the day, 90% of men will still have sex with her and will still give her a relationship. So what incentive does she have to change? She's going to get men regardless, and she's going to get sex regardless. So there is no incentive to become a better woman, because what she's doing, she's going to get the same results either way. Now, let me give you an analogy so you can understand what I mean. If I'm a fat 250-pound dude, but I drive a Lamborghini and I have a successful business and I can get 90% of the women I want, what incentive do I have to go get in the gym and get a six-pack and start running on the treadmill every day? There's no incentive. I'm getting all the girls that I want anyway. I have the car that I want. I have the money that I want. There's no incentive for me to get in the gym. And it's the same thing with women. Women have not and will not ever change.
Brother, speaking facts.
I mean, that's just for anybody. I mean, men have to go through it a lot more than women, which is why I feel like a lot of men go through like personal development skills a lot better, because I mean, it's the same thing Kevin Samuels was saying. We had that interview with Kevin Samuels and that fat dude where he's like, yo, what are your measurements, all this other stuff? He's like, yo, I'm like 5'8", fat, like 250 pounds. I make like what? I think he said he made like 1,200 a month. And he's like, oh, you a fat fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, this is what you need to do.
462 people in the chat room could tell you ain't getting no play. That's the energy you're getting. Because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have to approach women. They should give you choosing signals. Where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
Mm.
Uh-oh.
I weigh about,
To what?
depending on the day,
Two.
between 280 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 482 weeks.
800 a month. You make less than $10,000
I
a
mean,
year.
but
Okay.
how many
Hold on.
20-year-olds was
Hold
Henry?
on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, where minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy or nothing.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
You don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
You need to make more money. You need to start going to the gym.
Yeah.
You need to start cleaning your ass and like taking care of yourself, and you'll get whatever you want. And that, for the bare minimum, will get him at least a woman who cares about him. So,
But on the opposite side of that, we live in a society now where, you know, a woman can do the bare minimum for the most part and get paid a lot of money. Look at OnlyFans. Look at just the general attitude. Even look
at women who just get on Twitter and be like, yo, I need $40. I got an emergency.
It's not even that. Like, look even at the whole situation with Nia Long in our the video that we posted and a bunch of other videos. People were saying like, oh, like it's un-American to cheat on Nia Long, or you know, Nia Long. Like I've seen a bunch of people say like, oh, Nia Long, like I would never cheat on her, and it's like this is the mentality that a lot of men in current society and a lot of women themselves, the mentality they have. They live on easy street for the most part. Not saying all women, but a lot of women with the modern day thinking, they live on easy street. So what incentive do they have to change?
And the
You're
thing
not.
is like what most dudes in the comments always say is like, yo, it's the men's fault. Because us as men will literally
Yeah.
take care of bum bum I'm not even gonna go that way. But we'll
Women.
just take care of women and who are less like who hold no value essentially. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have a woman who literally sits on Instagram all day, only eats fast food, never cooks, never cleans, and then the ones who do the exact opposite of that is like, oh well, I make my own money, I pay my own bills, I cook my own food, I clean my own house, like blah blah blah. I don't need a man, and it's like, so like, what are we doing then? All these women talking about like, oh, I'm alone, I'm lonely, blah blah blah, but then they don't want to continue to do the things that they're already doing when they get a man because, oh, now that I got a man, like I don't have to do anything. And I think that's the biggest thing with a lot of these women
Mm-hmm.
is like once they get a man, they feel like, oh, I don't have to work, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. When in all reality, if you keep doing the things that you're doing, he keeps doing the things he's doing. And if he's not at your level and he sees that you're doing more than him and he doesn't strive to like be like, oh, I gotta elevate myself, then that might not just be the
Yeah, then
man
you
for
dump
you.
them. Yeah.
But no, they'll stay in a
Yeah,
relationship with him,
exactly.
get pregnant by him, and then now they got a baby's daddy. And it's like, oh, this dude ain't shit. And it's like, and men on the same side where it's like, oh, my baby mama ain't shit. All she does is take child support from me and like I can't survive. It's like, well, you chose to seed this woman, so like deal with the consequences, bro.
Well, I'll give you an interesting perspective that I just kind of heard about. So we always talk about how men have huge egos. Low key, it might be women a lot of the time that have huge egos. Cause check it, you have certain situations, where women, the lawyers are doing this and that, making all bunch of money, but they're with a Pookie and a Ray Ray, or they're with a bum. They're with a fixer upper. I can change him type of dude, right?
Yeah.
But when a dude, like, say, he's quote unquote high value, he has his head on straight, he's masculine, he has his boundaries, he has things going on for himself, and he's like saying, yo, if I need a woman, she needs to be XYZ, she needs to have this going on, we need to be in this level, she needs to not do this, she needs to do that. He's controlling, he's a misogynist, he's this and this and that. And what's been said is that a lot of the times these women are either intimidated by these men because they know they're not good enough for him. They can't control him, so they're resistant to that,
Mhm.
or they feel like they're not good enough because it's, how does the saying go? It's like a good man will make a woman feel bad, but a bad man will make a woman feel good.
Yeah.
Because for a bum dude, she's like, oh, like, look how I'm trying to help him. Look how I have to mother him. I have to do this for him. Like, I'm the one that's doing the charity work. But if a dude is like, yo, I'm masculine, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm high value, I'm a good person of character, is like, ah, damn, I need to level up to him. Or what am I gonna do? Like, so I think that's what's going on with a lot of modern women.
I mean, the thing is like there are a lot of dudes who aren't like alphas, who aren't like sigmas, whatever you want to call them, like who aren't like
Yeah.
masculine because more I mean a lot of men have been growing up without fathers in their lives, so they grow up like being raised by their moms and things like that, and like and I'm like a prime example. Like I was raised by my mom, and
Hmm.
when I was younger I wasn't like overly masculine until I got to about 16, 17. And I started hanging out with other dudes who actually had fathers and just like who were just like, I guess, tougher, rougher around the edges. And they're just like, yo, why are you acting all sensitive? Why are you acting like this? And then, like, as I grew up, I started being like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Like, and then I joined the military. And then it was even more so like, yo, you ain't had a father. So, like,
Yeah.
we your daddy now, like, type shit. And it's like, and the dudes that I like grew up around with in the military, they all were just like the manliest of men, I guess, as you would say it. But, yeah, bro, like, and that's the thing too, is like you see these guys join nowadays and they're just like super sensitive, super soft, like stuff like that. Like things that happened in the last 10, even 40 years, like they wouldn't even have survived through that stuff. So, but
Not at all.
we got plenty of topics to cover that dig into this. But what does everybody think? Like,
Leave your comments below.
I definitely think that the more that men continue to settle for these women, the more of these women will act like this, and it's already gotten out of hand. As far as like dudes paying for OnlyFans subscriptions when literally you could log into Pornhub, probably find the girls OnlyFans for free at this point. I mean, it's wild that people are paying for things that they can get for free. I mean, certain things there are worth paying for, like if you're talking about quality, but like low key, a lot of these chicks are just getting fucked. Like, and it's like they're not really like good at what they're doing. So it's just like you're paying $25 to watch a chick lay there and be like, oh my goodness, this is so good. And it's like, yo, this is kind of whack. Like, this chick is kind of whack. And that's what a lot of these dudes end up figuring out is like, yo, I really paid $25 for this girl's OnlyFans for her to lay there and just take some pipe and like, that's it. So, I mean, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But like, I'm not into like dead fish and like limp noodles out here. So, of course, I had to do my research on a couple things, but see what the hype is about. Got a couple homeboys who got subscriptions and things like that. So, but nah, real shit. If you want to find a chick's OnlyFans, just type her name into Reddit and then probably find her. So, free game. But until next time, peace.